What is up, people? CaptainJJ here, providing you with an update over the last, what has happened over the last few weeks. As you may have already guessed, I did suffer from burnout not too long ago on the streaming side, which resulted in me taking a week and a half break. Even though I've come back from that 1.5 weeks off, I still don't feel 100%, and also I've got a few other projects which are taking a lot of time at the moment. One of which is the law factor, which I've decided on a whim because I was on my 1.5 week. I decided just to write it up a little bit. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of a time, I think, but the release date's not been done for that yet. It's still in the planning phase, and I hope to get it out before year's end. But it's going to take a bit of a time because there's a lot to process, a lot to go through, and yeah, it's going down a very deep rabbit hole of my past. It's also partly the reason why I did suffer burnout, because the memories of it all and needing to get them out sort of allowed it to manifest, and I allowed it to manifest to that situation. Anyway, on to the more important stuff, the videos and what's happening going forward. As you may be aware, I've been doing the Century Smash tutorials. After the next episode of Pichu, which I haven't begun filming yet, I will be changing the format because it's getting a bit stale having to explain all the moves, item usage. I mean, item usage can be just its own separate video nowadays, and it's repeating the same things over and over again, and I don't particularly want to do that because the viewers will know about the item usage because I keep on banging on about it every single video. But you don't really need to know that one so much in order to get the point across. What you really need to understand, well, what viewers will need to understand is what moves you need to use, when you need to use them, and how to use them. The who, the what, and the why. So that's what I'll be focusing on going forward after I've done the Pichu tutorial. So that would mean less videos on that front, but should be longer and more in depth. It would be more on the character side rather than anything else. We would do a brief recap on items, but I won't be showing the demonstration of it. In terms of the streaming side, I still have been having a bit of an issue motivating myself to get myself back on the streaming game. And Twitch being Twitch, because I got rid of the viewer bot stuff. I wasn't a viewer bot person. I never touched the stuff. I don't want to touch viewer stuff because it's not organic and it's not natural. It harms your channel in the long run. I did not do the bot route. Most people did. I'm not naming any names, but they know who they are. And the viewership suffered a little bit. F099 is also approaching 2 years. It will be approaching 2 years on the 14th of September, which is tomorrow when this is being filmed. It might be released on the day, but yeah, you get the idea by now. And a lot of the games I've been playing have been a bit stale. And playing the same games over and over again, it's good in one way, but it's also bad in another because you will suffer burnout. And Gran Turismo 7's daily races have not been inspiring for me to jump in and say, hey, I want to play, I want to drive, I want to do races. Even though the Group 2s at Suzuka were good, I only did qualifying laps because that was in my burnout period, and I didn't want to risk the burnout period any further than I was doing already. So that's why I didn't do any of the races. In terms on the personal front, I've just discovered a couple of new hobbies nowadays. Some of it away from the gaming side, and it's taking a bit of time, taking a bit of energy. It's a good thing though. Writing. I found that writing's been helping me quite a lot over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Trying to process everything that's going on in the mind and putting it to pen to paper has helped me in able to clear the mind and add new roots to how my mind works. So I've been doing that, which also comes into the CaptainJJ lore, the earlier series which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Writing that has helped me enormously, but I'm going really into depths here. Some of it you may already know because I was a racing driver for 10 years in karting, mainly the TCAM category. That is going to be touched upon in the lore. Also, what's going to be touched upon is my online league racing, which I used to do, my Smash career, including lockdown, a personal perspective on everything that happened during that period. Just me being me. You see me a lot of the times on stream. Some of it is an act, but some of it is genuine. And sometimes it's hard to balance it. Putting on an act, a facade, it can drain you. And I don't want to drain myself needlessly just for the sake of putting on an act for viewership. Make that as you may. Going forward, if Episode 99 is still a thing, I will still carry on with it, but it will only be once a week if I can help it. That would be mainly Thursdays, because Thursdays is the European stuff, and I'm normally streaming around that time anyway. So that will be continuing. Racing games is still a part of me, but I don't want to be streaming as though I am being forced to do so. And the last few weeks have been rather forced. The first week back, yeah, it wasn't so much forced. I wanted to come back, but beforehand, like 2 or 3 weeks before, I was forcing myself to stream, forcing myself to play the game, and you probably saw already how much it was taking a drain out of me. And I just told myself I have to stop. And that's it. I had to put myself first. The algorithm suffered quite a lot on the YouTube side because of it, but I felt it necessary to take a break. Now that I'm back in the game, the feelings are still there, but not as bad as they would be. But it's those stuff in the background that's messing up with the brain, and it's not a good thing. So I'll try and stream when I can, more than anything. Though I've decided this week not to stick to a schedule and just stream what I want to stream when I want to stream it. It's a bit alien for me because for the last 2 years or so, I've been setting up a stream schedule. So I stream games on a certain day, and I would just play it on that day, stick to the schedule, stick to the game, come what may. And I felt like recently that hasn't been healthy. There are a number of games which I would like to play again, but I don't want to destroy my algorithm doing so. So yeah, I mean the Sonic one, Sonic Frontiers, that definitely destroyed my algorithm for a bit because it wasn't racing. So my main games at the moment is still EzoGX at the moment. Trying to better myself on the speedrunning side. It is getting better. And I'm playing at a different level to how I was when I was first playing the game in the early noughties, late 10s, even early 20s actually, when lockdown was a thing. So I'm playing better than ever there. F0 99 has become a bit stale because we haven't had an update in quite some time. It's been on 1.7, but nothing beyond that. We had Mirror Ace Leagues, which were great, but we haven't had anything else. We haven't had an update that has made the game worthwhile to play. And that's why I've only restricted myself to one stream a week on it. Although I do like playing GX, the algorithm doesn't like it too much. Twitch is not really recommending it on that front, which is a bit of a shame. There were definitely streamers who were better than me. I accept that. It's hard. It's also hard for me to stream sometimes. But that's going to be in the JJ lore as well. So that is going to be another chapter on that. Well, it's going to be a long chapter because I've done 11 chapters of it. Some of it more in depth than others. Some of it will be longer than others. But it's going to take a bit of time to film it. I've also got to put from pen to paper to text and put it in a script that makes sense. So that's why it's going to take some time. It's going to touch on a lot of periods which I've already mentioned. I mean, even beforehand, I mean, we're talking way back time, like 30 years ago, nearly. It would be 30 years ago next year when it all started. And in the competitive terms of the game, it would be 22 years. Maybe even a bit more. So you got quite a bit to look forward to, I'd say, on the lore. If you're in, yeah, if anybody would be interested in the lore, you could always give it a shout. I'm running out of things to say. I'll tell you this one. So the writing's still going to take a bit of a precedent at the moment because it's an activity which I am enjoying. Even though you get the story ideas from AI, I'm not a particular fan of AI in terms of storytelling. But it's good for ideas. But I'd rather not publish something that is 100% AI because it removes the human factor behind it. Yes, yes, it's just good for other things, but the human factor, if the human factor's not there, it's not being posted. Also, if it's not feasible, so if it's not realistic and it's too far-fetched, that's not going to get published. I've suffered that a couple of times. Well, I've gone through a storyline and I'm thinking, wait, this isn't feasible. I'm not going to continue that. It's all evolutions, all progress, growth, that sort of thing. But I think doing the lore and the story writing is going to help, well, digest a lot of what's happened and process things. Because for the last few years, I haven't been able to process too much. It's just been stress, and everything else. Trying to stream, trying to further myself, trying to develop myself, keeping it out of the public eye. We've got social media being social media. Words, meanings taking on different contexts, different meanings to suit the person rather than an evolution of what's happened. Do you name it? It's that. There we go. So to recap, I'm still going to continue streaming, but it will not be on a schedule because I do not want to restrict myself to playing a certain game on a certain day. So the schedules, unless something is majorly happening, there won't be a schedule going forward. I will be posting my stuff whenever I go live on BSkyBE, your Elon Musk, whatever this website's called, because I can never remember it. And I've also gone into the Instagram side of things. I'm still on the fence about TikTok. If it's a good thing, if it isn't a good thing, please leave a note in the comment section whether I should or not. Give me the pros and cons behind it. I may consider it. In terms of videos, the Century Smash project will be changing after Pichu because it's the same format and it's getting a bit stale after 20 videos, I think it is on now. So I need to shape it up a little bit. And we've also got the development of the lore, the iceberg, or whatever you call it. So that's actually the main project for me right now, is to develop the JJ lore, whether it be racing, Smash, online stuff, that sort of thing, and how I came to be the person I am today. Still a development, still an evolution, still learning. But that's what makes us human, and that what makes us a good human. To challenge those perspectives, to continue growing yourself, to continue questioning the status quo, questioning the narrative. That's it. Thanks everybody for keeping updated with me. This is going to get uploaded at some point, probably tonight or tomorrow, whichever one it's going to be. But if you have enjoyed, please do continue subscribing, hitting a notification bell, and if you're watching on Twitch, and if you watch my streams on Twitch even, please do consider following me. And That will get you notified for whenever I go live. So until another live stream, thanks for tuning in. See you later from Captain JJ.